We will call the public hearing of May the 27th to order. There are two items on the agenda and no members of the public at this point in time in the building. We will be asking for public comment on both a OCP amendment bylaw 3527 as well as the accompanying zoning amendment bylaw 3528. And this specifically relates to waterfront development in the areas around the Quinitza station, the CN station down in that area. So I'll begin by asking the Director of Corporate Services, Director Miller, has there been any comments or feedback from the public?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I've received one email in support from the North Coast Regional District for both bylaws this evening.
Okay, thank you. I will call for any member of the public who deems themselves to have an interest in property affected by the proposed bylaw change to come forward and present to council at this time. You're more than welcome to do that. We have one member of the public. No? I'm going to give it just a few minutes, council, just to make sure that we don't, in case somebody's racing to be here. Dr. Buchan, did you want to talk to this at all? Dr. Buchan, if you're trying, you're on mute. Could be we lost him.
Thank you, Your Worship. I appreciate the reminder. These two bylaws are in place in order to change the zoning from the current, more industrial zone to a waterfront zone that's more in keeping with the Vision 2030 document, and in particular a proposal for developing the waterfront that it was contemplated with the city of Prince Rupert and the Kitkatla First Nation. This proposal was initially for a ferry terminal. It may be a ferry terminal for relocating the city's ferry and possibly Kitkatla ferry, but it may not. This is basically putting in a number of uses that would allow for development on the water, with retail uses, marina, and I think that one of the recommendations that we're going to have later is whether or not that marina should be a little bit more narrowly defined, so that it doesn't open the door for industrial uses like tugs and barges, which the council has expressed some concerns later. We can have that discussion later, but the range of uses are more along the lines of park, retail, ferry terminal, marina.
Great, thank you. Appreciate that. That was one of my questions, was specific to marina, is that I think everybody understands what we're talking about. Does it, narrowly enough define that we're talking about recreational use in a marina, right? Thank you. All right, well, I've called once, I'll call twice, and I'll call a third. Oh, you wanted to come forward and speak? If you want to speak, you need to come forward to the microphone. And you need, no, right there. And excellent. You're more than welcome to have a seat and turn on the microphone. And you need to identify yourself.
Myself?
Yep.
I worships and everybody's here. My name is Stephen Tao, the owner of Rupert Square Mall.
Yep.
The question I have is, how big is the marina you guys are building?
How big is the marina?
Yeah.
So this is actually not an opportunity for back and forth and dialogue. It's an opportunity for you to give feedback. However, given that the room isn't exactly packed, I wonder, Dr. Buchan, if I might turn to someone and give an idea of the size. Dr. Buchan.
Your worship, there are no development plans. These are just enabling bylaws to contemplate a range of waterfront uses. There's no proposal to review.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Excellent.
Thanks so much.
And it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right. Any other question? Or, sorry. There are no other members of the public, but I will call for a third time. If there's anyone that wants to come forward, you need to do so now. Because there are none, Council, I am going to close the hearing on both the OCP and the zoning bylaw and ask for a motion to adjourn. Councillor Randawa, Councillor Adey, all in favor? Any opposed? It's carried. The meeting stands adjourned, and we will come together again at 7 o'clock for the Committee of the Whole.